Hello and welcome. This is Notibot ENG. Tonight, we take a closer look at the complex web of global politics and geopolitics that are shaping the future of energy and international relations. We'll explore the key role of an often overlooked Iranian institution in shaping the country's approach to the Middle East and how this might impact the global oil market. Plus, we'll examine the implications of a potential war with Iran on the world's oil supply. Stay tuned for a balanced analysis of these critical stories. According to a leading expert, a lesser-known Iranian institution plays a crucial role in shaping Tehran's strategy for securing access to the Strait of Hormuz. According to a recent report by Euronews, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, Irgc, has a lesser-known institution that plays a crucial role in Iran's approach to the Strait of Hormuz. The institution, known as the Basij, is a volunteer militia force that has been quietly expanding its influence in the region. The Basij has been involved in Iran's efforts to counter U.S. and Israeli military presence in the region, particularly in the wake of the U.S. withdrawal from the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, JCPOA, nuclear deal. Iran has been accused of using proxy forces to target U.S. and allied interests in the region. Experts warn that the Basij's growing influence could have significant implications for regional stability. The Basij has been linked to several high-profile attacks on U.S. and Israeli targets in the region, including the 2019 drone attack on an Israeli tanker in the Red Sea. The Basij's role in Iran's approach to the Strait of Hormuz matters because of the critical importance of the waterway to global energy supplies. The U.S., in particular, relies heavily on the Strait of Hormuz for its oil imports. Any disruption to the strait could have severe consequences for the global economy. With tensions between Iran and the U.S. escalating, the Basij's involvement raises concerns about the potential for miscalculation and conflict in the region. As the situation continues to unfold, it remains to be seen how the Basij's role in Iran's approach to the Strait of Hormuz will play out. As tensions escalate in the Middle East, Japan's energy reliance on Iran takes a dramatic turn, threatening its economic stability in the face of conflict. Reports have emerged that the Strait of Hormuz, a critical waterway for oil exports, has been closed by Iran due to tensions in the region. The strait, which connects the Persian Gulf to the Gulf of Oman, is a vital route for oil shipments from the Middle East, including those from countries such as Saudi Arabia and Iraq, to Japan and other parts of Asia. Japan's economy is heavily reliant on oil imports, with over 95% of its crude coming from the Middle East. The closure is seen as a significant blow to Japan's energy security, as the country relies on the strait for the majority of its oil imports. The incident highlights the vulnerability of Japan's energy infrastructure, which relies on cross-border pipelines that have been disrupted by the conflict. The Japanese government has expressed concern over the situation, with officials stating that they are working to find alternative routes for oil imports. The incident is also seen as a significant test for Japan's energy policy, which has been criticized for its dependence on imported oil. The Japanese government has been struggling to reduce its reliance on fossil fuels, and the closure of the strait presents an opportunity for the country to accelerate its transition to renewable energy sources. Experts have called for Japan to use the current situation as a catalyst for long-term energy transformation and to explore alternative energy sources to reduce its dependence on imported oil. As tensions between the U.S. and Iran escalate, President Trump is ratcheting up pressure on Tehran ahead of highly anticipated diplomatic talks. Today, tensions are escalating between the United States and Iran as the two sides prepare for high-level talks. Former Defense Secretary Leon Panetta says that Iran's control of the Strait of Hormuz, a critical waterway connecting the Middle East to the global economy, is giving Tehran significant leverage. This leverage is driving up inflation and fuel costs, making it a crucial point of contention in negotiations. Representatives Debbie Wasserman Schultz, a Democrat from Florida, points to unresolved fighting in Lebanon and the still-closed Strait of Hormuz as key challenges facing any broader agreement with Iran. She believes that these issues highlight the complexity of the situation and the need for a more comprehensive approach. The talks, which are expected to take place in the coming weeks, come at a time when the global economy is facing significant challenges. The price of oil, which is closely tied to the Strait of Hormuz, has surged in recent months, putting pressure on governments and consumers around the world. The United States and Iran have a long history of tensions, dating back to the 1979 revolution in Iran. The U.S. has since imposed strict sanctions on Iran, which has had a significant impact on the country's economy. The talks represent a significant shift in approach, with Washington seeking to engage with Tehran in a more constructive way. However, the road ahead will be difficult, and the stakes are high. As tensions escalate in the Middle East, the prospect of a new global oil market emerges, potentially reshaping the world's energy dynamics forever. The Iran war has sent shockwaves through the global oil market, threatening to disrupt the delicate balance of power that has characterized the industry for decades. The conflict, which began in 2019 and escalated in recent weeks, has seen Iran's missile attacks on U.S. and Israeli targets, followed by a U.S. drone strike that killed a top Iranian military commander. The latest development is that Iran has maintained its control over the Strait of Hormuz, a critical waterway that connects the Persian Gulf to the open ocean. This strategic choke point is responsible for the majority of global oil production, and any disruption to its flow could have far-reaching consequences for the global economy. The stakes are high, with the U.S. and its allies warning of a potential war at sea to protect shipping lanes and maintain access to the oil-rich region. But Iran's determination to resist what it sees as an attempt to strangle its economy and sovereignty has left many analysts questioning whether the U.S. can achieve its objectives through military means alone. The implications of this conflict are far-reaching. A prolonged war in the region could drive up energy prices, leading to inflation and economic instability. In the worst-case scenario, it could even challenge the dollar's status as the global reserve currency, with potentially devastating consequences for the U.S. economy and global power dynamics. As the situation continues to unfold, one thing is clear: the Iran war has the potential to reshape the global oil market in profound and lasting ways. A shocking revelation from a source close to Melania Trump has cast doubt on a long-held claim about her husband's knowledge of a sensitive statement. Former First Lady Melania Trump's former top aide, Stephanie Grisham, has come forward to dispute President Donald Trump's claims that he was unaware of his wife's decision to address the issue of Jeffrey Epstein in a White House speech. According to Grisham, she believes the president is lying and that Melania Trump would have given him a heads up if she had sent an advisory out ahead of time. Grisham's comments were made on CNN's The Lead program. The speech, which was delivered on Thursday, was a significant moment in the ongoing saga surrounding Epstein's associates. In the address, Melania Trump denied any connections to the late financier, stating that she had not been a victim of his abuse and that she had only briefly crossed paths with him in 2000. However, she also acknowledged that they had overlapping social circles and called on Congress to allow Epstein's survivors to testify. The president's claim that he was unaware of his wife's decision to address the issue has sparked speculation that he was caught off guard by her speech. However, Grisham's comments suggest that she does not believe this to be the case. "I call BS on our president saying he knew nothing about it," she said. "At the very least, I imagine Melania Trump would have given him a heads up if she had sent an advisory out yesterday." Grisham's statement highlights the complex dynamics at play in the Trump household, particularly when it comes to issues surrounding Melania Trump's past. The controversy surrounding Epstein has raised questions about Melania Trump's own involvement with the financier and whether she was aware of his activities. That's all for today's news recap. Thank you for watching. We'll continue to bring you updates on the latest developments from around the world. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for daily news briefings and stay informed on the issues that matter. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, good night, and we'll keep you updated.